Welcome back. This next segment is all about changing the way we think.
How about that? So here to stop you from soothing your aches, pains, and stress with food, right? You hear that? Food is Dr. Susan Albers from the Cleveland Clinic, a best-selling author.
Yes, she is, and you have your book with you. It is the 50 Ways to Soothe Yourself Without Food. And I was just saying to her, I am so guilty of this. When it comes to stress eating, and some people don't eat when they stress, I do the exact opposite. So there's a lot of things that food, a lot of ways I should say, that food plays a role in our lives that maybe isn't always the best.
Emotional eating, it's very common. We all do it to some extent. 75% of our eating has nothing to do with physical hunger. We eat because we are stressed, bored, anxious, all of the feelings, even when we're happy. And what's surprising is that it is not unique to just Americans. It is a universal concept. I work with people all over the world, and so many of them talk about struggling with using food to soothe, because food is soothing, and it's okay every now and then to use food to soothe, but we need more tools in our toolbox for dealing with our emotions.
So this is the second edition. This book has been out how long? It's been popular?
2009. It has been my best-selling book to date, and I think it's because it really strikes a chord with people. You can identify with it, but it needed a little bit of an update.
Yeah. That's new.
There are many new things in the book. Since it came out, our emotional or stress landscape has really changed. We had the pandemic, people are lonelier than ever, we are attached to our phones 24/7, so there's more modern examples, different triggers. I talk a lot about the stories my clients have told me in the past 10 years. I talk a little bit about my family as well. I grew up in an Italian family where food, our love language was
Everything
food.
is centered around food, right?
And I walk people through thinking about their own families, about how did food play out in relationship to emotions. And then I also looked at the latest neuroscience, mindfulness, psychology research, and created examples that are really practical and easy for people to use.
So I know we can't read the whole book right now or have you go through it all, but do you have a few tips that you could that you have in the book that you would like to share that maybe we could all benefit from?
Flipping the switch that changes things.
Yes. So the number one thing that we have to do, and it sounds easy but it's really complicated, is identifying when you're emotionally eating. And so I walk people in the book through when are you emotionally eating and when are you physically hungry. And just being able to figure that out can cut down on 60% of your emotional eating. The other new thing in the book that is totally new is that there is a link that is an AI link. And so many of my clients have been coming to me saying they're turning to AI for support. And which is understandable. It's not going to replace therapy, but in the book I weave in links to the 50 different tips so you can personalize each of these tips. You can either read through the book by itself, each tool is very powerful, or you can click on the link and it will help to walk you through personalizing it. So for example,
there it is.
I have a lot of mantras and affirmations that emotional eaters use. They're helpful, they're powerful. But you can also click on the link and it will ask you a series of questions, AI. What kind of affirmations speak to you? Are they funny? Are they serious? Are they motivating? What situations do you need an affirmation in? So it takes you a step further and it'll generate an affirmation just for you.
More personal.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love that.
I find it very ironic that such a popular book about not eating too much is so thin.
Well, there's a lot in there. You'll find a lot of tips. And what I really like is that they're very easy to use. They're very practical because I know that people don't have a lot of time.
No,
they don't take any money. They're about changing your thinking, your habits, everything around.
You don't want to step up to the plate to read something as thick as the Bible when you need a couple tips that are really going to help you a lot.
Well, you can flip through it, or you can, you don't have to read it start to finish. You can just go through and look at specific tips throughout and see which ones really speak to you.
Now, where can we get this?
You can get this on Amazon or my website, eatingmindfully.com, but I encourage people to sign up for my social media, TikTok or Instagram, Dr. Susan Albers, because I have a lot of free resources on there and a lot of tips around emotional and mindful eating.
The producer will kill me, but one big tip. What's the biggest tip?
To take home about stress eating?
Yeah.
Once you identify if you are stress eating or not, I would say making sure that you pick the right intervention for what you're feeling. So if you're feeling angry or you're feeling sad, those are not the same two interventions. Changing your sensations, whether it is That's what we're doing when we're eating. We're changing our taste, our sensations. So whether it's wrapping up in a warm towel or splashing cold water on your face, that instant jolt can be really a game changer.
I love it. I'm sure you've changed lives with this, helping them the way they maintain their eating habits and people living healthier because of you. So thank you for coming in. It's always good to see you.